the two-lane switch. 2 cups like I got twins. She wanna know what the fuck I do. Wanna know where the fuck I been. Get your bitch in the bedroom like Beckham, make it bend. You know Lil Shawty, a big body bends, poking through the skin. How the fuck you thick and you slim? How the fuck? He never put it down to let me hit it then. The first time I got it, it's like crack, I need to hit it again. Made me float up in my bed, shawty wetter than a river. Stop at Dover Street Market, damn near through with Neiman Marcus. Pull up to the curbside, let the valet park it. Yeah, my old bitch, she got bird ties, we don't talk too often. Pull up in the coupe with frog eyes, sleeping while you walking. You ain't got the answers, that's what Ye said. I could never cut you off, cause you got great weight. Love when you walk, cause that shit moving like a shake weight. Plus you got great taste and you know how to save face. We got rich as fuck just cause we had connection. Cut that nigga off, ain't past the intersection. You wanna get like me, then follow my directions. Just tell your niggas go and get it, count your blessings. It ain't about me, just about the team that I be reppin'. Go a little harder since the day I lost my brother. She wanna crash out cause I don't want her, hoe you reckless. I wish that girl the best cause she out here moving headless. I could've fucked your bestie by the way that she tried to press me, but I know she moving messy. This V8, I'm gon' rev it. 1080 in the engine, 1080 for some shoes. Niggas say that I was trippin', but yeah, niggas finished, nigga. Yeah. Most of the time, I don't know what to do, so I don't do shit at all.
Like I said, we're gonna wait, see if anybody comes in. If not, pause. If not, we're gonna start the show. And if you're not watching it live, you're gonna have to watch it later. If you're coming in the middle of starting,
yeah,
you're just gonna have to catch up.
I just pulled a phone. I couldn't even sleep. Yeah, the lamb fast, but I could beat it in the G. These Balenciagas big as hell, I can't even creep. Told lil' bro to go and make it hot, now it's finna steam. I woke up, counting racks, fell asleep off the lean. I woke up with your bitch, but that shit was not no dream. I grabbed some red and some cream soda, make that little bitch pink. Niggas dissing on the internet, they pussy and they stink. Chrome heart on my jacket, pistol never lacking. Made him move out, sent that nigga packing. 10 racks in my back pocket, that's finna be my caption. Poof, get a nigga gone, didn't know I did magic. I did Ricky, I did Como Day, yeah I do that fast. She want me comfort, but this shit won't happen, that little hoe gon' drag it. I got gelati and the stuffed wood burning like a dragon. I was lit before I touched the mic, y'all little boys ain't happy. I'm fresh as hell, like I'm Travis Scott. White look like Asher Roth. Gun and hoe 10 milli, shoot this bitch and make it Millie Rock. Won't go back and forth with her, know that she a silly thought. Lil' cuz got that JR, come through, he hit silly shots. Black coupe like I'm the Dark Knight. Knock him out, he had a dark night. I got Glocks, but I'm a welterweight. Shoot you, I will not fight. I'm in feather, got my weight wrong. Shoulder strap, cause the case strong. I'm on boost, shit in the booth. AR shoot like doo-doo-doo.
Beat a nigga black and blue. Cuz bank crib, his flag is blue. This car is stoley, but the tag is new. SRT Jeep, this ain't no coupe. My seats is red, my drink is too. Drake ride front seat like it's my boo. Got a 10 on me while I'm in the booth. Zante so good, made me suck my tooth. Made me suck my teeth. Pack in the mail, it's gone, it's fleece. I'm a real big dog, but I'm off the leash. Make a beachy dick, won't call for weeks.
First things first, a bitch ain't never left me. You can push me to the side, you two and two, and it's getting messy. Put the pussy on my face, it's like a nigga need your blessing. Call her, drink chameleon, pour deuces, sit down with the reverend. She only here for peace, no time for stress. And have a bitch come suck my meat and tell that little bitch get to steppin'. See, my ex bitch was a fluke, she like to use my name as leverage. Have a bitch dump through my money, then she stack it up like Tetris. Having one bitch cook my food while another clean my necklace. You ain't never been that dude, but she think that I'm the bestest. When you pull up on a scale, just make sure you change the metrics. Still smashing on Rotel, I ain't changing who is checking. If you wanna be the plug, you gotta learn how you can stretch it. Took a drink nap and woke up to a bitch blowing my messages. Little bitch think that I'm mean, I'm just out here trying to get it. Begging one of handouts that'll have a nigga living. Remember times we couldn't eat cause it was roaches in the kitchen. Then nobody help a nigga when I was back there in the trenches. I was on the verge of tweaking, but my mama didn't listen. Niggas talking pushing P's, so the gang is on a mission. Got some niggas that is blood, got a couple niggas crippin'. Still screaming for my thugs, for my brothers, diamonds glisten.
tired of telling niggas the same thing over and over. And my bitch 3 times, but niggas don't fucking listen, man. Bitch can't even fuck with your head for you motherfucking losing, man. Preem Team FTL game, man. You know how we rock it, man. Boy, you smoking on that same shit that got Chris Rock. High cocaine with a drum, this bitch sound like Kid Rock. Bet these niggas go and copy this, them niggas Xerox. I could move, we still on his ass, we got him gridlocked. One bitch, I ain't picky. Fuck me till I'm dizzy. My bitch catch another op, she gon' get some new Rickies. R.I.P. my young boy, that shit still got me pissy. My nephew won't even play my ops, he said it sound too kitty. Bitch want me to fuck with her, but she be acting ditzy. He thought it was clean, I'm still serving cut, no kizzy. Pull up looking clean as hell, can't forget that blicky. Chop and shoot like Jimmy, I ain't even had no simi. Every beat shit automatic, supercharged like hit me. Told my little bitch walkie only, she can keep that Henny. Virgo, he got Trump money, gave myself a stimmy. Told my bitch don't want hibachi, she can keep the business. Get him chopped like sushi rolls, play them hoes like movie roles. That boy, he got baby money, bankroll like a 2-year-old. This bitch know she fine as hell, came through built like Ruby Rose. 100K times 10, nigga, I'm gon' need a few of those. Partner red, it look like a bottle of some hot sauce. All these sticks, thought that we was finna go to Top Golf. Treat him like a thought shirt, get that nigga cropped off. He said he gon' touch me, see how ain't shit popped off. LOL, ha, I know folks don't like me. Pussing off these pussy niggas really do excite me. Shawty know I'm rude as hell, but somehow she still like me. She know I ain't pussy and ain't that nigga like me.
Alright, we're getting started now. It's enough of that. Let's get to what everybody's here for, what you guys are here to watch. Garrett's Football Show Season 2, Episode 5. This low-key feels like Episode 2, though, because this is the first episode where we're doing the live stream. So for everybody that's viewing right now that wants to hear about football on, Wednesday at 7:19 p.m., this is for you guys. And then Garrett's Football Show, this live's immediately going to be available for everybody to watch on YouTube, which is why the live streaming is just so much better. But this is going to be a Week 5, Week 5 review, Week 6 preview, and a small Week 6 preview because I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well, so we're going to get into some of my upsets of the week and things like that more. But yeah, let's get right into it. If you've watched anything with Garrett's Football Show, you know I really don't like intros, so we're going to start off the craziest game of Week 5. We're going to go right to the 49ers versus the Cowboys. The 49ers, when you look at that score, they absolutely stomped the Cowboys 42-10. If you watch the game or look at the highlights of the game, which we're going to do, that game was actually pretty close. Or it wasn't close at all, but exactly what I mean is the Cowboys had a chance. They had a chance, and we're getting to that as well. But first, I want to start off with the 49ers offense. They looked a million times better than the Dallas Cowboys defense, which a defense everyone is talking about how good they are. And from the beginning of the game, they were doing whatever they want. They were getting 10 yards, 8 yards on first down, second and short, third and short. There was nothing that the 49ers, there was nothing that the Dallas Cowboys defense could do to stop the 49ers. And one of the crazy things about that game is because, like I said, everything they were saying about the Cowboys defense, Micah Parsons is the leader of that defense, and he is the reason that the Cowboys defense is what it is. And they made him look real quiet. It was real quiet for him on Sunday. And let's just get to them. Let me just pull this up. Let me just pull the highlights up so you guys can see what I'm saying. Because Cowboys, even before Micah Parsons, even before the game on his podcast, he was talking shit. He said the game was gonna be easy. He said that they were gonna have something for them. So let's just take a look at the first drive of the game for the 49ers. This is just what I want to start off with to show, A, how good the 49ers looked, and B, specifically at this moment, how they were able to shut down Micah Parsons. All right, this is the first play of the game. Look with me. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Just watch with me. Watch me for a second. Here's Micah Parsons right here. This is who we are saying is the best defensive player in the league, who he was saying this is going to be a legendary defense, one of the best defenses in the league. You get against the best team in the NFC. This is your chance to prove yourself. First drive of the game. Let's see what he does. Okay. Pushed out. Let me go back for you just in case you guys didn't see. First play of the game. He's coming off the edge. Here's my guy here. Push. Steps up, throws immediately. We're going to get into Brock Purdy, but nothing he could do about it. Stepped up, did it immediately, and he pushed can't even think the O-line pushed him off the ball. Let's see right here. Here's Micah Parsons right here. Lining up on the edge. 1st and 10. Come here. Stop. Nothing. Stuffed him up. Nothing. Easy. 10 yards. 1st and 10. Another drive down the field. Let's keep watching. Let's see what he does. Brock Purdy looks calm. Nothing bothering him. Let's see. They got him out right now. He shouldn't be out any play in this game, but they got him out right now. 2nd and 1. That's easy. Let's look at the next play. Is he in? Let's hope he's in. Let me see. There we go. There's Mike on the other side. Let's see. This is getting him. What does he do? 1st and 10. First drive of the game. No. Look at him. No. Oh, that's not even him. Let's go back. I know he was just in. My bad, y'all. Let me see where he is. I know wherever he is, he gets stuffed. Pause. Or he's not in this one either. We're going back. But either way, first 2 play of the games we have with Micah. He doesn't do anything. This is a George Kittle touchdown. It'll show more of it later, or I'll show more of it later. But that was really just the thing of the game from him. And let's really just take it to the stats as well, in case you guys don't like looking at the tape. Let's see. 4 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, no sacks, no QB hits all game. He was made into a non-factor. And for a player like him that talks the way that he does, and a player like him that is as good as he is on a team like that, where on this game the offense is important as well, and I'm going to get into that, but the defense is what everybody for the first few weeks after the way that they blew out the Giants in that first game, it's the defense that was leading this team. Everybody knew that. And Micah Parsons is the leader of the lead of this team. And for him to come out and have this game against the 49ers, not good, and we're going to get more into that as well. But now we're just going to get in back to that 49ers offense. Again, just how impressive and fast, how efficient their offense was. You know, they play quickly. They do like first down, second down, they're getting averaging 8-7 yards. Like, it just is fast down the field, and it's entertaining to watch. It's the football that you want to watch if you're having fun. If you're not a Cowboys or 49ers fan, that's what you want to sit down, and that's a good game that you want to watch. And with the 49ers, I want to get into the Brock Purdy conversation. First off, Brock Purdy has time on his throws. He's accurate. He doesn't make mistakes. He can dissect defenses, and he makes every single throw that San Francisco 49ers offense needs him to make. He makes the short throws, the intermediate throws, the throws in a tight window. He doesn't really have those bombs, but 17 for 24, 252 yards, 4 TDs, 0 interceptions. He's not a don't lose the quarterback for me game. He's like a couple steps above that, but Brock Purdy he's a very good quarterback, and he played a very good game against a very good defense. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey came into play, 9 rushes for 51 yards. Jordan Mason, 10 carries for 69 yards. Yeah, George Kittle caught 3 touchdowns, but Brock Purdy had a great game. And another thing with that is, well, actually, I'm going to leave that. I have something else I'm going to say with Brock Purdy, but all I'm going to say is he had a great game with that offense, made no mistake. He picked the Cowboys defense apart. He had throws that were system throws that you need to make, but he also had really, really good throws that a system quarterback isn't making in the NFL, and that's just a fact of that. Now let's get into that Cowboys offense. Yeah, I was going to say defense again, but defense was sad. Defense was mediocre, but let's really just get into that Cowboys offense. They weren't, the O-line wasn't able to hold the D-line off, but the Cowboys had a chance to win that game. Like, this is what I was saying at the beginning. When you look at 10-42, it seems really bad. It seems like they got smoked, but let's look at this. Touchdown, punt, fumble. This is a fumble that they had and that the Cowboys had. And then immediately after that, 49ers are right on their goal line. They fumble it back to them, so they get lucky. Punt, touchdown. Like, this is, touchdown. By the end of the second quarter, they were down. We're really right here, where they had this touchdown and they made it 7-14. Then the 49ers came right back and made it 7-21. It's ugly, but this is, I mean, you have a chance. Even 7-21 at halftime, you have a chance to come back and win this game still. Then you go in, first drive, field goal. You can't do that. Because if you score on this first drive, this is what's really important. If you score on this first drive, it's, 14-21. You're in the game. It's a completely different feeling. Because the whole first half, even though the 49ers have been moving down the field, they really, you still have a chance. It's only a 2-score game. Then they come down and you get a touchdown, and there's no stopping them. And I want to see this drive because I feel like Brock Purdy's going to I feel like it's going to be a good drive, and I think it's going to prove how much of a non-factor that Micah Parsons how much of a non-factor he was. Let's look at this. 11 minutes, 53 seconds left in the third. Let's go to that. Let's go to that because I want to just show, first off, how good Brock Purdy is, and second off, I want to say how disappointing Cowboys defense is. That's really the theme of this game. Let's see. So this is that field goal that's making it 10-21. If you score here in the red zone, it's 14-21. That's really that intermediate, but let's see. Micah Parsons right here gets pushed off. Dot. Let's go back and let's see that. Let's watch that again just in case you guys didn't see that. It was kind of quick. All right, this is Micah Parsons. This time I'm sure of it. That's Micah Parsons right here. Let's see what he does. Brock Purdy takes it. Push him off. Bullet. Just high enough where he doesn't get it. That's a good throw. That's a great throw. 1st and 10. Let's see. 3rd and 14. That's a great throw. Let me see. Where's Micah Parsons this? I want to see. I want to look at both of this on this drive. Stuffed in the middle. All right, he's coming from the middle this time. Pause. Let's take a look at this. This is Micah right here. Stuff. Snaps him off from dudes right there to stop him. That's great O-line. Dot. Micah comes, snaps it. The other guy's right there to stop it. He's not doing anything. A non-factor. He has time to throw, and he's throwing dots. Look at him. Focused. Easy. This is when you had the chance where they're already at the red zone. That was like 4 throws. That was just fast. That's why the highlight's only 9 minutes, because look how they're driving down the field. That's not good. Here's Micah right here. What do? Stuffed. Time. That was a simple lob. I mean, that's what I'm talking about again. That's what is this? That's the first drive of the game of the 49ers. You come and just make it 28-10. Now it's really bad. And at this point, just talking about the Cowboys offense, I want to focus on how bad it is, because this is where Dak just starts fucking up and tweaking out. He throws that first interception, and each one just gets worse and worse. And he's like, it was malfunctioning. Like after they made it, after they came down, touchdown. Well, he had that first interception. After they came and did this touchdown, it's like he was completely out of the game, because he proceeded to throw 3 interceptions in a row. And let's just take a look at these, because each one of these gets worse and gets worse after they go and score this touchdown. And this is why Dak Prescott he's not bad. He's a good quarterback. He's a good system quarterback, but if it's a quarterback shootout, if you need him to not make a mistake, if it's a close game, he's not clutch, he's not focused, then this is that interception. That's an overthrow. You need to be seeing him coming back around to go and help on that ball. Why are you throwing that? First of all, you overthrow the shit of it. Second of all, it has to be being thrown in a double coverage. You have to be able to see that. So now we have the 49ers. They have the ball back. I don't even want to see what they do. We've already talked about how good the 49ers are. I want to now just focus on the Cowboys offense and how bad it looked. All right. He's going to throw an interception here again, if you can believe it. It's 10-35. You win and you just threw an interception. All right, what are you going to do here? You guys get the ball back. You can make it 17-35. That's still pretty hard, but you can still have an opportunity to win this game. 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You score right here, and maybe your defense gets a stop. Or actually, let me not even lie. You guys are losing this game no matter what, even if you score here. But just to make the game interesting, just to show that you have some effort, and you just threw an interception, show that you're a, 7-year, 8-year, 9-year vet. Look what he does. Tipped ball for an interception. And this isn't necessarily a bad throw. I mean, he gets pressured on this throw immediately. Look, right here. He has no time. So he has to think that first thing that he sees, he knows that he has to throw that. So let's just take a look at that first. As soon as he gets it, 2nd and 10, he has no time. He's coming over. He sees him right here. He knows that he's coming. Pause. This guy's right here, too. He definitely sees them. He knows he's going to get blocked, but the O-line hasn't been good right now. He's tweaking right now, and he's thinking, I got to go to the first man. Tipped ball, good defense. Second interception. You're tweaking out now. And at this moment, he completely just says, fuck the rest of the game. None of this matters anymore. Look at him. Look at him. I got to go back onto the field again. 10-42. What is he going to do? He's going to throw another interception. You already know what's going to happen. But I just want you guys to see this because I feel like the tape is important right now about how many bad mistakes he made in this game. I think it's this play right here. He's absolutely tweaking out in his head right now. Like, he has to be wanting to get off the field. That has to be one of those where it's like, I don't even want the game to keep going. Come on, bro. He was waiting for that. He jumped that so easily. Like, that's just what I'm talking about, where it's just one of those things where he had a chance to make it a shot, but he just couldn't even play good when it was close or when he had a chance. And then as Brock Purdy started getting better, as the defense started playing worse, and he didn't have the support of them just leaning on them, and it was up to him to maybe be good and to be a good offensive player and lead the team, he absolutely tweaked out, and that has been Dak Prescott's career for the most part in big games outside of his first season, where I think that team was the best that it ever was. Now, another thing that I want to say, touch on really quickly, they need to get Ceedee Lamb the board more. 5 targets for Ceedee Lamb isn't good. And let's see, 5 targets, 49 yards. He had a long of 29. He had a play in the game where it's he's going to make all the big throws for them. And there was another thing that I saw where Jerry Jones was saying some shit about wanting to spread the ball out. So I want to mention that as well. They need to get Ceedee the ball more. But that game, 49ers defense, let me go over that as well. You saw it. They got the interceptions at the end of the game. They were getting pressure. Bosa was getting pressure on them. I think they had a couple of sacks that game. Let's go and just look at that really quickly because it's easy. 9 QB hits, 4 sacks. So they were definitely getting pressure on him. They rattled Dak, but Dak also rattled himself because he tweaked out in some ways where he didn't need to, and he made some mistakes that he didn't need to, and he did some things where if he was a clutch quarterback, if he was a real veteran quarterback that was going to get this team to the Super Bowl and it was going to win, but not even win, get this team to the Super Bowl, he wouldn't have done. It's just as easy as that. But that game, I don't even need to say it. On all sides of the ball, the 49ers looked better. And really just getting into that with Micah Parsons, I want to get into Micah Parsons a little bit, go back to him. Because after the game, he was talking about how basically he didn't feel like the 49ers are really a higher level than us after the 42-10 loss. This is a CBS article written by Garrett Paddle. Shout out to him. That's a great name. But Micah Parsons has his podcast that he does. And basically on the podcast, he basically said that, you know what, yeah, that game was bad, but I don't think that they're necessarily on a different level than us. And let me see if I can find the video for this. Micah. Let's watch this. This is crazy. And I'm just going to let this clip play. Bear with me. Because this is just insane to me.
And I said we need to reconsider and fix some things.
All right, listen to this. Listen to what he says. After a 42-10 loss, he gets 0 sacks, like what? 2 total tackles. Best player on your team, best player on the best part of your team. And then after you have a loss like that, this is what you come out and say. I just want to put it in context.
49ers are at a way higher level than us. And I said we need to reconsider and fix some things. And when I say that is, if you look at the game and we talk about the Cowboys and who we want to be and how great we want to be, it just wasn't there all around in all phases.
When you look at the Cowboys and how great we want to be, let me see. Let me go back 10 seconds.
If you look at the game and we talk about the Cowboys and who we want to be and how great we want to be, it just wasn't there all around in all phases of the game. And it was like, I feel like almost we weren't put in position to succeed in some instances. He said F Dallas. Yeah.
All right, I want to stop that there. So he's saying they're not performing that the way they want. So that's a fair thing. If you think you're not playing up to the way you want to play, and that's the reason, or playing up to where you can be at your best, and that's the reason that you guys got done like that, that's fair enough. Now, also, I want to touch on him saying it doesn't look like we were in the best position to win. From the offensive side of the ball, from the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you weren't put in the best position to win. But even that, let me just say this. I'm the type of person that it's like, even if you beat my ass physically in a fight or in a game, like in a sport or anything like that, one-on-one basketball, roasting, if I think you didn't beat me, like maybe you beat me, but I don't think you beat me in a way that I appreciate, I'm definitely going to still talk shit. Like, I'm still going to afterwards be like, I'll beat you. I don't think you're good. I don't really respect it because you didn't really beat me for real. You just got the better of me right there, but I'm still better than you. And that's why I can respect this from Micah Parsons. But the reason that it's a little bit weird is because I know him saying just right there, we didn't play up to our standards. He thinks, okay, if we play up to our standards, we would win. But from what I saw, I mean, he didn't really do anything. You were put on different positions on the defensive line to try to get a stop. No matter where you went, you were getting stuck. You were getting held, or you were getting pushed out of the way. So I don't really know how he didn't have the position to win. Okay, maybe the offense didn't give you the best position to win. I can definitely respect that. But everything with that is just him. He's a shit talker. I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to see him saying, "Yeah, we fucked up, and this team could be better, and we got to get better." I think it's gonna always be, we didn't play up to our standard. That's not the Cowboys football that we want to do, but you can only have so many times of having big games and not playing the Cowboys football you want to have.
I just feel like he's making it way more personal than it had to be.
About the fuck you shirt that George Kittle, after he hit a little gritty on him. I don't need to show the gritty. I hit a little gritty on him, and then he did the fuck you shirt. I think they're gonna
Kittle's my guy, but I'm gonna say this: laugh now, cry later. We got something for that,
bro. We got something for that. Laugh now, cry later. I can respect talking shit when you lose, but the way that they lost, it didn't look like, even if he had 2 sacks, have a couple sacks, and then maybe that comment looks a lot better. But he needs to. I get he has to podcast and you have to talk about something. I'm doing the same thing. You have to write this. You have to write something. You have to come on this mic and talk about something. But you can't go against the best team in your division and the team that you're gonna probably play on the road to the Super Bowl and have 0 sacks and do that. And come and say it's because we didn't have the opportunity to win. It just doesn't make sense. Let's see. What do I want to move on to next? I want to go back in because I talked about this last week, that Brock Purdy conversation of the 49ers just completely carrying them and them having Christian McCaffrey. They have him Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. And they have Mike Shanahan calling the plays. And they have Bosa in that defense. And all the players on that team are basically just leading Brock Purdy through. And he's not that good. Brock Purdy, let me just tell you something. Brock Purdy is very good. Very, very good. And if you watch the games, any of them, he doesn't just make the easy throws. Like I said, he makes all of the throws that team needs him to do, but he's also extremely accurate, very poised, very calm. He is the perfect quarterback for the 49ers, and he is not a system quarterback, but he's not an elite quarterback either. But he's higher than a system quarterback, and to think that he's getting carried by the 49ers, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. He's getting led along by the 49ers. They're saying, just come on. And he's saying, I'm coming along. I'm keeping pace with you. But they're not dragging him across the finish line by no means. Brock Purdy played well this game against a division rival that didn't even look like a division rival and hasn't even been a division rival, but that's what we call it. He looked good in this game. He has no regular season losses. The conversation about Brock Purdy being carried by the 49ers is dumb. Now, let me get into the Brock Purdy, let me search this up, MVP conversation. What I'm about to do with me right now, bear with me one moment. Brock Purdy, or let me search this in NFL MVP ratings. Because as good as he is and as good as the 49ers are, NFL MVP odds. I'm tweaking. Bear with me. But as good as he is and as good as he's been, the conversation about whether or not he should be MVP is where I start to think it's a little bit of getting in the media. Now we need to slow down a little bit. We need to maybe take a break. Let's see. NFL season betting awards. Take me back to where I was. All right. So let's take a look at this. So these are the odds after week 6. So right now, these are the odds right now on FanDuel of the MVP. Patrick Mahomes, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy is at 5th. And let me see where Christian McCaffrey is. Christian McCaffrey is 3 under them at like 7th, 8th. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 4th, which is even crazier. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Brock Purdy is the quarterback for the best team in the NFL right now and probably top 2 best looking offenses right now. Offenses. And even in the NFL, in the playoffs, I think they're going to still look like a top 3. But he's not the MVP, and he's not even the MVP of his team. It's definitely Christian McCaffrey. So I want to get into that I just wanted to make that clear to just see kind of where I'm at or to just show where my head is at. Like, he's a great quarterback. He's a very good quarterback, not great. He's not MVP. He's not MVP of that team. And he's a second best on the team. He's the second most valuable player on that team. But he shouldn't be in the conversation of MVP. Josh Allen is more valuable to his team. Justin Herbert is more valuable to his team. But I just wanted to tap into that really quickly to just show the difference. Just the difference by how good that I think he is and how good I think he is. But, the conversation of people saying he's not like a good quarterback or he's getting carried, that's what it is. I'm sorry, I got flustered right there. I just wanted to tap in between the difference of the conversation with him saying he's not like he's getting carried by the 49ers, but the other side of that saying he's an MVP candidate. He's not getting carried by the 49ers. He's not an MVP candidate. That's the last thing I wanted to touch on with this game. But yeah. What else can you expect from the 49ers? Or what else can you expect from the Cowboys after that in the playoffs? The regular season, they're going to have good games. Their defense is going to dominate certain teams. But in the playoffs, when they have a big game, you can't expect anything from them. And that's really what that game showed you. Now we're going to move on to my teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to just go into this with this team. Fuck this team. And fuck just watching the Steelers. This is probably the most frustrated I've been watching a Steelers season. And it doesn't make sense just how we continue to win games and how boring it is to watch us play and how mind-boggling it is that we win games. And the thing that it makes me think about is in 2020, this season right here, this is our 2020 season, where we started, we started 12-0 and then proceeded to lose our first or the last 4 of our 5 games. And then we lost in the playoffs in the first game to Baker Mayfield. This is what this season was reminding me of. How are we winning these games? This season now is way worse because we look so much worse watching the games, but it's just that same feeling of what are we doing how are we 3-2 and head of our division and just be definitely the best playing team in our division right now in the Ravens. I'll get into obviously how we do it, but let's start off with the offense. O-line, all right. Play calling and flow of the game, trash. We need to stop giving Najee the ball so much and realize that he is the second best running back on our team. And I don't know, maybe the third, the way he runs. And we still always have those second and 8s and then 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s. And it's just terrible to watch. And the only reason that our offense is able to win is because Pickett actually does have talent. And Pickett is not a terrible quarterback. And we have Pickens, who is a wide receiver 1, and we had players that came up big in the fourth quarter on the drive where we scored our only touchdown. That is the only reason our offense is able to win. Pickett is good in places. He does have potential to be a franchise quarterback and to be a playoff winning quarterback. I'll leave it there for now. And he showed that this game, and that's the only reason we were able to win a game like this on the offensive side of the ball. That's the only reason we're able to win a game like this on the offensive side of the ball. And I just want to show, just with this game, I just want to show the highlights. Or not even the highlights. I just want to show the final drive of the game. Let's see. That final drive of the game for the Steelers where they scored, or the only touchdown of the game, better yet. Let's see. Let's go back to that play-by-play so I can see and get straight to it. Pause. Only touchdown. I was going to say that's not true. 4 minutes left in the fourth. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Pickett shows why we got him. Pickett shows why he's not a terrible quarterback. Let's see the beginning of this drive. Let's just go straight to it. I don't want to show anything else. We're going to go to that. But let's just start with this drive. All right, the highlights aren't going to show but I just want to get into this drive and just talk about it a little bit. And I don't want to show this because we're going to talk about this. All right, 3rd and 9. So it's, what is this? Let me get a little bit closer. Well, actually, I don't even need to. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 9 on this drive where we end up scoring a touchdown. Why are we in 3rd and 9? This is how this drive starts. This is where I want to get a little bit closer because I want to make sure you guys see this so you know I'm not bullshitting. 1st and 10. Najee Harris. 1 yard. Najee sucks. Stop giving him the ball. 2nd and 9. Pass incomplete. 3rd and 9. All right. 3rd and 9 right here. So we have 1st and 9, 1st and 10. Najee doesn't do anything. 2nd 9, nothing happens. You have a 3rd and 9. This is miserable to watch. You think the Steelers are going to lose right here. But if you know the Steelers, you know what this is. If we have any chance, this is where we're going to have our one good play. Pickett throws a good ball. O-line, okay, like I said, he immediately is getting rushed. First guy's not there. Throws, makes a good throw. Who is that? Robinson? Great throw to Robinson. Good catch. He came up clutch this game. And that's what I was talking about. That fourth quarter drive, we needed this to happen. We needed players to come up clutch in clutch moments. 3rd and 4. Why are we in 3rd and 4? That's not too bad. You can't be too mad about that. But let's look. 1st and 10. Pass incomplete on 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. Short right to Warren. For 6 yards. This is who we need to be getting the ball to. Jaylen Warren. This is the best running back in the running back room on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Get us 6 yards on 2nd and 10. We're at 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, what happens? What do? Let's look at this. This is why I say, for the people that say that Kenny Pickett sucks or Kenny Pickett's not good, that is an absolute dot. That is timing. That is them. That is Pickens and Pickett having connection. Look at this. He's already getting ready to throw it. Ball out. He hasn't even stopped. He hasn't even turned around yet. This is ball in a direct location. This is aim. Back shoulder throw catch. He comes around and just turns it. It's already there as soon as he jumps up. That is precision. This is where you see a drive like this, and this is where you're like, okay, he has potential. And look at that. Look at that. This is the shit that I'm talking about with Pickett. Look at him. He makes that throw 3rd and 4th. Look at that. Look at that face. That's the face of somebody that says, I'm about to go down and get a touchdown right now. I'm about to win the fucking game. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, where we say we need that from Pickett. We need that all game. He has potential. I'm telling you, he's not bad. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Let me see. I want to put the sound on here. Because this is an important thing. Well, actually, I don't even need to put the sound on. I'm getting excited again. I want to show what he does. We're getting into this a little bit more. But this play, it's a great throw. It's a great show of the connection between Pickett and Pickens. But even more important, let's see. Even more important than that, let me see if this is the one I got. Deep at the big, yep. 1st and 10, 2nd and 9, pass deep. Let me see. Incomplete. Hold on. Actually, fuck, let's just see. This is messing up my excitement. Is this the one? It is. All right. Look how much quicker it was to just do it like that. there's something important with this play. I'm going to just say it right now. He is calling, what did he call? I can't think. It's a Randy. He called something, but it's basically one-on-one. Fuck the play call. I'm not going to, if you don't know who did the play call on this, let me get away from the mic. I'm excited. If you don't know who did the play call on this, his name is Matt Canada. I'm going to get into him a little bit in a second. But Pickett, this is not the play call. He called out of it and said, you know what, I have my best wide receiver, and he's my wide receiver one, wide receiver talent right now because Deontay Johnson is hurt, but he's still wide receiver one talent. He's one-on-one. This is a minute and 27 seconds left in the game. We're down 8-10. He's trying to do probably a fucking run play for 2 yards just to get in field goal range. No. I'm a dog. And this is the end of the game, and I'm clutch, and I've been hitting with him on this drive. I'm calling out of this. Kill. We got it. Let's go. Protection, all right. Dot. Great catch. Great throw. Clutch drive. Multiple clutch throws. He's lit. That drive alone, even though it's at the end of the game and he didn't play good all game, that should show you the talent that Kenny Pickett has. That's why I talked the way I talked about him at the beginning of this season. And that's why I talked about him the way I talked about him at the beginning of the season in season 1 of Garrett's Football Show. And then we get right back to the bullshit. We have our 2-point conversion and we didn't even hit it. But just to move on for that. And then I also want to have a conversation of with that, maybe Matt Canada was mad because we're going to get into that, but maybe with Matt Canada was trying to play conservative because he didn't want to give the ball back to the Ravens with 1 minute and 17 seconds left. And Pickett, maybe he was wrong for doing that. Shut the fuck up. Anyone that's saying that, you haven't watched the Steelers game. Do you see our offense? Were we just listening to how I did our play, how we were at 3rd and 9s? Any time that offense has an opportunity to do anything positive on the offensive side of the ball, it has to do it. If you're saying that we're the type of team that needs to not go and get points when points are on the board, you don't know what you're talking about, and you haven't watched any Steelers game, and you don't know how this team plays or should play situationally. And Matt Canada, you're probably a Matt Canada fan. Let's get back and continue looking at this 2-point conversion. The Steelers can't ever do 2 good things once. So surprise, and this isn't a bad throw. He had some time, but surprise, good defense. Wasn't able to make it there. All right. So that's what I just wanted to get into that. Where, as bad as our offense was, hold on. Let me make sure I'm at where I want to be at. All right. So, first off, that drive is a just clear example of why the Steelers are terrible to watch, because it's boring and because we have those long thirds, those long twos. The first 2 downs of the game, we don't get the first 2 downs of the drive. We're not going to get any yardage. And then it's a 3rd down. It's up to Pickett to do some weird play where it's like we don't have 2 or 3 or multiple good plays that can get good chunks of yardage, so we can only save them for 3rd and longs or random plays. That's why the Steelers are so boring to watch. And then with that, I also want to say that was the best game I think that Pickett's had, because that was the best drive that he had. And I know it sucks to say only one drive is going to do it, but that was the best game that I've seen of Pickett so far. And let's just go back and take it to the stats, but you already saw the drive. 18 for 32, 88.5 rating, 1 TD, no interceptions. And he showed that I think he's in a terrible position right now offensively, that in Matt Canada is hurting him. And if he had someone that could call plays, someone that could help him learn, and if he had a little bit better O-line play. But it's mainly Matt Canada to me. If he wasn't in such a bad offensive situation, he would look like a much better quarterback. And he would be a much better complement to the Steelers' defense. Now, speaking of defense, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, cornerbacks, they are the only reason we win this game. They're the true reason we win this game. They're the only reason we win any of our games, and they're the answer to how are we winning games when our offense is so bad, when our offensive coordinator is so bad, and there's so little that we're able to do on the offensive side of the ball for entire games. It's because we have a good defense. That's why we're winning these games. And I just want to go in to show how good our defense is, to show how good Alex Highsmith is, to show how good TJ Watt is. After we get this touchdown, fumble. This is what they come and do. And really, because we have the safety. That safety drive was great as well. Like, you get the safety. Before I even go into this, let me just go into let me just look at the stats. That's where I want you guys to see. TJ Watt, 2 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 solo tackles. And then let's look at Alex Highsmith. Sacks, 2 solo tackles. We had a total of 6 QB hits, 4 sacks. I mean, it was just great. Our defensive line they played great, and they're the reason we won this game. And I want to just highlight this drive right here. After, in the fourth quarter, with 1 minute and 17 seconds, we just got our first touchdown of the game, and this is what happens. This is what they do. All right. I'm going to talk about Lamar as well. It's a good throw. You're scared here if you're the Steelers. You think they're going to drive down. You think they're going to drive down at the end of the game, and the Baltimore Ravens are going to win a game that they should win. That's what you're thinking right now. But you're hoping our defense can do it, and they fucking can. Look at that. Let me just show something with this, just in case no one saw it. Let me show something with this. They have TJ Watt here, right? Double teamed. He's really going to get triple teamed if this play is what I'm thinking. And then Alex Highsmith, they have him one-on-one. This is why them as a duo is so fucking dominant, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Chip. Oh, well, let me tell you what to look at. Okay. Ignore Alex Highsmith. We're going to look at that. Go to TJ Watt. Let's look at TJ Watt. TJ Watt right here. Look at him. Look at him. Get off me. Throws him off me. Get off me. Right here, he's touching. He like double teamed. He still getting pressure. Still having to have multiple players on him. But look what's happening right here. You leave Alex Highsmith one-on-one because you have to put all that pressure on TJ Watt, all that attention on him. He just gets bendy. I love seeing that. He gets the fumble. And what happens? TJ Watt is right there to pick it up, because even if he has 3 players on him, he's active, and is still, even if he's not the one who's making the play, he's still got to make a play. He's got to make a difference in the play. He picks up the fumble. But that was beautiful from Alex Highsmith. That's what you do. That's clutch, and that's just leaning on the team. And after a big play, or after the only good drive that's going to wake up the offense, he goes down there and he does that, gets real bendy, and gets the sack. For a fumble, TJ Watt recovers it. We get back on. What do the Steelers do? Because the Steelers freaking suck after we get that fumble. I'm pretty sure our defense gives us the fumble. We could put the game away. We could absolutely put the game away. But what happens? Fumble. We just get a field goal. So we give them the chance again to come back. We give Lamar another chance in the fourth quarter. And this is just getting back to our defense, to TJ Watt, to Alex Highsmith. This is the point of me pausing all this and showing you guys all this. Because we're only going to get a field goal. The Steelers fucking stuck. They're going to give Lamar a second chance. You're scared again. Like, our defense just came back and did this. They gave us a chance to win the game. Offense can't do anything. This is why the Steelers on offense, it's terrible to watch. And this is, let's focus on the good. This is why I can watch Steelers game continuously. And this is the only thing saving me from not completely giving up on watching Steelers and saying their game sucks, is what happens on the drive that I just showed you, and what happens right here with 26 seconds left when they're driving down the field, 3rd and 7, Lamar Jackson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This is what we do. 2 drives in a row when you need it the most. It's not on this play. Right there, that's defense right there. I want to make that clear as well. He caught that ball, but because he got popped, cornerbacks, shout out to the cornerbacks. I can't even see who that is, but because he got popped. 4th and 7. We're in 4 down territory. I know your back hurts, my nigga, but it's cool. It's 20 seconds left. 4th and 7. This is the one, TJ Watt. Let's watch him. This is the person to do it. On the last play of the game, they're going to do a Hail Mary. You know what it's going to be. Look at this. 2 on him. Gets bendy. The other guy, he's so bendy. Pause. You can't even get to him. He gets low. And then look at that. Sack to win the game. 4th and 7. Lamar, one of the most hardest to get quarterbacks in the league. One of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league. You can't stop TJ Watt. You can't stop Alex Highsmith. This is why the Steelers defense, I don't care about any list, what anyone says. This is a top 5 defense in the league. Because of production, or even if you're not going to say best as far as points scored, rushing defense, any of that bullshit, the Steelers are a top 5 productive defense in the league, and there's no questions about that. And they're the only reason the Steelers are entertaining to watch. They get stops every game. They're the only reason the Steelers are going to win any games. They're the only reason if Mike Tomlin doesn't have a losing season for the most part. Unless something completely different changes, it's going to be because of TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, that defense, and the rest of our I was going to say the rest of our team, but our defense, and that is it. That is it. And on that fourth quarter drive, 2 in a row, our defense showed. That's why that's one of the best defenses in the league. And TJ Watt showed. I'm sorry, I was completely wrong. I'm going back and forth. Why he is the best defensive player in the league. And why he will probably break his own sack record again. Let me look at this. Sack leaders 2023 NFL. How many sacks? TJ Watt, 8 sacks. I just wanted you guys to see that. I wonder if it's going to show how many sacks he's in a game, or TJ Watt has sacks a game. I don't want to see. It doesn't matter. I don't need to see or actually, I just want to talk shit just to further prove that this is the best defensive player in the league. I want you guys to see the average of what he's doing every game. All right, let's go. Fuck it. It's not showing me. It's just taking too long. TJ Watt's the best defensive player in the league. You get what I'm saying. You get the point that I'm making. It's not fun talking about the Steelers. It's not fun talking about the Steelers because they're terrible to fucking watch, and our offense sucks, and Mike Tomlin refuses to get rid of Matt Canada. And speaking about that, I do want to just go into Matt Canada. What are we at? An hour? Nah. I was going to talk about Matt Canada looking shitty on that last play on that last drive on the touchdown throw because Pickett did the audible, but I'm not going to talk about that. I think he probably was shitty a little bit that he called the audible, but I also think there were some other things that he was thinking with that, and he was maybe looking ahead. But still, it's funny to talk about, and Matt Canada sucks and needs to be fired. Steelers have their bye. Deontay Johnson, before I just get into it, Steelers look ahead. Steelers have their bye coming up, so we're not playing. We need that. I think Deontay Johnson's going to come back. Pickett is going to just get healthier. And we need to do what the bye is for bad teams. We're just lucky we don't look like a bad team on paper. But we need to do what the bye is for, which is come together, have a come to Jesus meeting, figure out what is going on with the team, what is going on with the offense, how we can have better plays, how we can just do a better job all around. We need to come to the conclusion that Najee should not be getting as much touches as he's getting, etc., all the above. So this is the perfect time for us to have our bye, because every game we win, it's like we're getting lucky as far as I'm concerned. Now let's move on to the Colts, who is my favorite team of my teams to watch this year, without a doubt, for many reasons. So we had a 23-16 win against the Titans. That's a good, hard division game. We played good on really all sides of the ball, but I want to start off with our offensive line because they put on an absolute clinic. They give, whether it was Richardson before he got hurt or Minshew, they gave them time to throw. Because the reason Zach Moss, because he is a dog, but the reason he had 23 carries for 165 yards with a 56-long touchdown run is because our offensive line was in there running up holes in the trenches all game. That's not even crazy, but just, pause. Our offensive line was running up holes in the trenches. I'm saying it again. Let me let it back all game. And I fuck with that shit. It's just amazing to watch. Let me just actually show a little bit of that because that offensive line play was entertaining to see. I want to show it on the drive where we had that, touchdown run where Zach Moss had that run. Because the reason that our run game was so good, the reason that one of the biggest reasons our offense was able to play the way it did, even with Minshew coming back in and still with Richardson in before he got hurt, was because of how good our offensive line played. For that reason alone. Let me go straight to it so I can figure out where it is. No, Zach wants up the middle for 6 yards. Second drive of the game for us. That offensive line, bro, that shit is entertaining to watch. No cap. And even when you go back and watch like the highlights of it, that shit is awesome. This is why I love football. Like, for real, this is why I love football. So we have the first Titans. Hold them to a field goal. All right, let me make sure I watch all of this. I want us to see everything. Hold them to a field goal. We're focused on the offensive line right here. Every single what this drive is about to do on this touchdown play and on some highlights I'm going to show, really just keep a look at. The line is either pushing them back, our O line is pushing the D line back every time, or holding it up, holding the line right in place every single play. They're not getting pushed back. They're not squeezing the pocket. It's perfect, and it makes football so much easier, and it makes running so much easier. Look at the line. Look what the big boys do in the trenches. Pause. No movement. No movement. No one's getting past. He's the only one with the chance. Pushed out. That's easy throws. That's not easy throws, but that's going to be as easy as it gets when you have the time to do that. Let's see what's going to here. Contact here, contact here, contact here. No one's getting pushed back. No one's getting pushed back. I know you can already see the hole. You can already see it right there. Look at that. Boom. Right there. Right there. Look at that. Look at the point of contact. No, he's running to him. No one is pushing anything back. That's easy. I could have ran through that. And he gets all the way down for a 56-yard touchdown. All the way down for a 56-yard touchdown. That's beautiful. That is a small sample size of one of the biggest reasons why we won that game, is because our offensive line came to play. Now, let's move in. Still talking about our offense. Let's get to Anthony Richardson. 9 for 12, 98 yards. He had a great game. I mean, I could just keep this playing in the background while I'm talking about it. He had a great game. He played well up until when he got hurt. So the thing with Anthony Richardson right now is before I show and continue to show this, let's just go with this, because I'm going to show the play where he got injured, but long story short, he already was injured. He got injured. We have an update from Adam Schefter that came out today. QB Anthony Richardson is now expected to miss 4 to 8 weeks, depending on his rehab. And let me get this a little bit closer so you guys can see. Yeah. Colts QB Anthony Richardson is now expected to miss 4 to 8 weeks, depending on his rehab, and whether or not he will still need surgery on his right shoulder, per source. By placing him on IR today, the Colts are giving him the time, so nothing can or has to be rushed. So we're not going to get Anthony Richardson back for at least 4 weeks. We might put him on IR, and then we're not going to get him back. Well, IR is at least 4 weeks, but he may miss 4 or 8 weeks at the most. I want him to miss a few games, honestly. I don't want him to miss 8. But because of how good we're doing, we just beat the Titans. I think at 3-2, we still should be number 1 in our division. I'll take a look at that. But he needs to learn how to protect himself. I mean, it's starting to become a problem on, I think, 3 or 4 of the 5 games that he's played, he's gotten injured. And a lot of the injuries, including this ones, are ones where it's like his athleticism and ability is almost hurting him. Like he's trying to get extra yards, or he's like, I'm big as hell, you have to bring me down, I'm not going to slide, or I'm not going to run out of bounds, you're going to have to tackle me out of bounds, or you're going to have to tackle me down because I'm bigger than you, I'm faster than you. You can tell he thinks that way, but at the same time, like the drive that he got hurt on, it's like a end of the first half when we're up 6-10, like, and he's going for extra yards. You don't need to do that. Like, let's see, let me just show it. Anthony Richardson, all right, 4 minutes left in the second quarter, but it's like one of those things where you almost want him to, like, just go down, slide. Like, as good as you are, as talented as you are as a player, you don't need to risk everything, and you don't need to go and get that extra yards on a 1st and 10. On a 3rd down, all right. And on a 3rd down, like, situationally, all right. And I think during the game, that's what he needs to think about. And that's where he needs to learn, is that situationally, you don't always have to go and fight for those extra yards. In the second half, when we're up, when the game is going our way for the most part, you can just Go down, slide, run out of bounds. Like, even the play where he got hurt. Like, let me show this. Is this it? Let me get to it. All right. It's coming up. And I just want to show this play. The reason I really want to show this play is because there's really no reason for him to get hurt right here. And it's a decision-making type of thing. And I feel like most of his injuries have been a decision type of thing. Where was it? Oh, this is Minshew. I'm tweaking. I missed it. With like 4 minutes left. Let's see. All right. It's got to be here. With how much time left, I'm thinking it's here. Just because for some reason, I'm sorry how long this is taking. I really want it to be shown how pointless this is. There we go. This is the one. All right. So we have a design run play, 1st and 10. This is obviously designed. He's already got you. What I'm thinking, or he already has you cut off. He tries to get up the middle and cut in and get a couple extra yards because he's like, you have to really, I'm going to make you come and stop me. Pause. What he really should have done there, this is a decision-making thing. You need to just run out of bounds. Let me show you right where he should have decided. Right here. He plants that foot down and he's deciding, I'm going to turn upfield to try to get more yards because I'm bigger than him. I'm probably faster than him. What you need to do is realize he's got me right here. Most quarterbacks that aren't that big and aren't that talented, they're going to just go out of bounds. They're just going to run out of the bounds right here and just get your yards and live to fight another play. That's not a reason to go and try to get 3 and more yards. But even the injury, it's like, it's just a freak injury, but it's so unnecessary. Just all that weight on his shoulder. Shit. That's why I want him out for a couple of weeks. Because I think it'll give him time to maybe watch tape. Steichen is a great coach and will be able to maybe put in some maybe a little bit of what he maybe told Jalen Hurts of where there is a time to go and get extra yards and there's a time to slide, no matter how big you are because you're a franchise quarterback. So, as sad as it is, I think the Colts can be okay with him sitting out a couple of weeks, and I think Anthony Richardson, this is back up maybe in a different way of that patience the Colts have to have with our rookie quarterback, and this is what it is for him. Maybe him sitting out for a couple of weeks, getting healthy, not rushing anything like that Adam Schefter tweet said, which is definitely something that thinking about it is very important. Nothing has to be rushed. Nothing can or has to be rushed. Just giving him that time to learn. He's going to get healthy, but he's definitely going to learn. He's definitely going to be looking at film, and that's what he needs. And another reason that the coach shouldn't be worried and why I'm not worried is because Minshew has a great ability to run our offense, and he played a great game against the Titans. He made no mistakes, and he's played a great game in all of the games that he's played in whenever Richardson got hurt. 11 for 14, 155 yards. 0 TDs, 0 interceptions, no mistakes. And the thing I love about Shane Steichen and Gardner Minshew is when he comes in, the offense looks a lot different. It's a really fast pace, get the ball a couple steps back, get rid of it. Get the ball a couple steps back, get rid of it. It's a great way. It shows that Shane Steichen's play calling is amazing. And then because he has so much time, because our offensive line is playing elite, top, whatever. I mean, that's one of the best offensive line performances of Week 5. Because they're playing the way they are, Zach Moss is able to have holes to run an average of 7.2 yards a game. And even if he doesn't, he still has plays, just to show this so you guys can see, 7.2 yards a game. And even if the hole isn't good, even if it is kind of small, he runs hard. Pause again, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. So that is why you really can't be mad as well with with Gardner Minshew coming in, because he's gonna run our offense well. And so far, from what I'm seeing, he completely supports Anthony Richardson. Completely knows that he is who our franchise quarterback is. But he's gonna come down. He's gonna come in and be a dog. First play, touchdown. They make it 13-10. We come down and get a touchdown. That really essentially is what makes the game and keeps us ahead of the game and keeps it in our favor. First drive of the game for us. Let's see. 12 minutes and 48 seconds left. Let's watch this drive to just see the offense of Gardner Minshew and to just show this is probably the reason why they're not rushed. with Anthony Richardson coming back, because they come down and get a touchdown, and this is what our backup quarterback does. And when you see this, and when you see what Gardner Minshew has done, all the games he's played this year for the Colts, it's easy to be patient. Let's just look at this drive. Jesus. I promise the ads weren't doing this when I was doing research for this. Let's get to the drive, buddy. All right. I want to make sure I'm seeing every play. So let's get started here. Let's zoom in a little bit into this. 2nd and 7. Drop back. He has time. A little bit of pressure. Gets it out. Throws a dot. Let's see. What are we doing here? We got a run play. See what the offensive line does. Keeps it right. Right. We got a hole here. He's coming through the block. We have someone else coming through. He takes a little Zach Moss. Great. Takes a little contact. That's O-line play right there. That play right there. And Zach Moss being a dog. Minshew. What is he going to do? Push him off. He has time. Overthrows him. It's okay. I like that. That's one of those things where you think, okay, maybe if you're worried about Minshew, it's his ability to make that throw. It was also a pass interference, but that he overthrew him for sure. Either way, I think. But let's see. That's the run game, really. That's really our offense. This isn't a good drive now that I'm thinking about to show how good I think Minshew is and how good he played. This is really just another offensive line and Zach Moss being a dog and just having their way. That's really what that is. Let me see. But you get the point that I'm trying to make. That was just good, more offensive line play, more good running back play. But that really, there were some good Minshew throws in there, and the stats say it. He's going to be able to carry us for a couple of weeks, for more than a couple of weeks, while Anthony Richardson gets healthy. Now, with this, I also want to just mention a couple of things with the Colts. Steichen, his ability to make the offense look different between the way that he calls plays and the way that he uses our personnel, between Anthony Richardson comes in and when Richardson comes in. What the heck? Let me look at this. Bro, what? At 8:18. Dang, I just got a copyright. It was interrupted. I need to think about that. Damn. But what was I talking about? Let's just keep getting to it. I want to just talk about, Steichen. That's what I was talking about. He has the ability to call different plays and make the offense still look good but different between Anthony Richardson and between Minshew. Impressive. And then just looking at the rest of this game with Richardson, the main thing that we're going to miss is our red zone offense, because Richardson being so athletic and so hard to tackle and being the run dual threat that he is, he's able to get touchdowns in the red zone for us. So that's something that we're going to miss. But I still think the Colts are going to be really good without him. We're going to be fine, and we're going to still be in the thick of everything. Now let's move on. Let's see. We're going to go into the Dolphins game. I just want to talk about the Dolphins and how good they continue to be, the bounce back that they had against the poo-ass Giants, and then maybe talk about the Giants a little bit. Let's get this pulled up. Week 5, Dolphins. Bear with me. 31-16 win. All right. So, first I want to talk about the offense. Creative, fast, makes big plays. How much speed they have with Waddle and Akane. I mean, what is it? Akane had another big game before he got hurt. 11 carries, 151 yards. What he'll do, 8 carries for, let's make this a little bit closer, 8 receptions for 181 yards. So their offense looked right back to it, looked dominant again. That's what you want to see for them. Tua looked dominant, really good. Let me look at him. He threw 2 interceptions to try to give the Giants the game, but he made a lot of good throws. There's one particular throw that I don't want to go and look to where he just showed how cerebral of a quarterback where he's tricking the defense with his eyes, looking here, and then he just completely snaps his head back and just throws a bullet for like a 60, 70-yard pass for, I think that's 69-yard pass for Tyreek Hill. Tua good, accurate, can make the big throw, cerebral. He is able to lead that offense that's like called by crazy throws by Mike McDaniels. Something to talk about with that as well. But Giants are just good. That's what I wanted to talk about. And then with Dolphins are just good. And then with the Giants, moving on to them, just going back into running backs, and maybe them, maybe they should have been the one that was paid over Daniel Jones. The offense looked like they couldn't finish any drives, get any rhythm. Now, the defense definitely didn't do the job, and Daniel Jones didn't play awful, but he's definitely not worth the money that they gave him, and that's mainly what I wanted to talk about with that. But that's all I'm going to do with looking at particular games. Let's move on now. What do I want to talk about? Last thing, let's get into MVP odds. And then I'm going to go to MVP odds. And then I'm going to go to Week 6 predictions. All right. Patrick Mahomes first, Tua second, Jalen Hurts third. And the only thing I want to say with this is that NFL MVP is so interesting because there's no one that you can just say, okay, they're playing the best right now. Like, they're the MVP of this season. You have to look at it from a different way. Like, who do you know? The MVP of the NFL is basically what quarterback leads their team and their team doesn't lead their quarterback. And that's why it's Patrick Mahomes every year, because Tua is not leading the team. Jalen Hurts, maybe that team is going to be a lot different if Jalen Hurts isn't on the team. But I feel like even because of that, these are just how the season is. Like, Josh Allen could be second, but because unless something happens, Patrick Mahomes may win MVP 2 years in a row, even though he's not having a great year or it doesn't look great when watching it on paper. But because he's so solid and because he's the most valuable player and the most valuable quarterback in the league, because if the Chiefs didn't have them with that offense, with the way that the shit that happens with them, even if the NFL does cheat for them, that's a fact. But if they don't have him, they're not I don't want to say they're not doing shit, but they're not winning Super Bowls. They're not getting home advantage in the playoffs every year. And I think every year for the last couple of years that I've really been paying attention to stats and stuff with football and that sort of things, and not just watching, especially with Garrett's football show, it's really interesting to me how the MVP shakes out, because it's different from NBA where I feel like you say this player is playing the best or he's just having a great season. And you can just see it's him. I think it's just always going to be a certain type of quarterback, unless there's like a quarterback just having a great year like Jalen Hurts last year, but he got hurt and it still was Patrick Mahomes. And I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes until a quarterback emerges and just has a dog season. That's statistically beautiful, because it is always Patrick Mahomes. Now, what else do I want to get into this? Let's just get in. We've been talking for about an hour. Let's get into Week 6 predictions. Broncos at Chiefs, tomorrow's game. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow for that a little earlier. I got Chiefs. People are saying this could be a potential upset game for the Broncos. The Chiefs have won the last 16 games against them. So you're thinking something's got to give. And with how bad the Broncos have been, and people saying this may be like a game before Russell gets benched, which I don't believe. Maybe this is a spot for an upset, but I don't think so. I got Chiefs. Ravens at Titans. Ravens bounce back. Commanders at Falcons. I'm going to go Falcons. Vikings at Bears. This is an upset alert, but I got Vikings. And I think upset alert, let me look at the game cast. Who's favored for this? Yeah, because this is an upset alert for the Bears to potentially win. Seahawks at Bengals, I got Seahawks. 49ers at Browns, Niners, Panthers at Dolphins, Dolphins. Colts at Jags, Colts. This is another potential upset, something I'm going to be talking about tomorrow when I stream, because, yeah, we're going to get into that. But Colts, Jaguars, Jags are favored to win. Colts potential upset, I got them winning. Saints at Texans, I got Texans. Patriots at Raiders, I got Raiders. Cardinals at Rams, I got Rams. Eagles at Jets, I got Eagles. Lions at Bucks, another potential upset. Lions are favored, I got Bucks. Giants at Bills, I got Bills. Cowboys at Chargers, I got Cowboys. They're going to come back on some weird shit on a Monday night game. But that is my Garrett's Football Show Week 5 review and a real quick Week 6 update, or whatever you want to call it. that is all for this episode. That was a long stream. This one was much better than the last one. If you watched a second for this, thank you. If you watched a minute, 5 minutes, whatever, thank you. I appreciate it.